Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet is powered by volunteers. We mean that. Hi, I'm Dave, the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. To show you how much we mean that, we actually have one of our faithful volunteers. His name is Jim. He volunteers here week in and week out, and he's agreed to do an interview with us today. So, without further ado, Jim Prosser.
I'm Jim Prosser, and like I said, I've been volunteering over 4 years. Now what I do mainly is I come here, I volunteer every Wednesday, and I'm here for about 4 hours, and I help in the back with getting clothes and shoes or purses or whatever we have and getting them out onto the front so people can have them. But if they're busy in the front, then I just stay in the front and I help check people out. And sometimes I help check people in.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do outside of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet?
Well, I'm an elder for Covenant Presbyterian Church. I have a 94-year-old mother that requires assistance, and I help her 2 days a week or more if she needs it. I attend all of her doctor's appointments. I take her to most of them. She's really cute and very funny. She's a gift.
And then what did you do before you retired and got new jobs?
Yeah, that is volunteer jobs. So every one of my jobs are volunteer now. Before I did that, I was a nurse. As a nurse, I worked for St. Mary's for 30-something, almost 40 years. In the last 22 years, I worked for hospice at St. Mary's. Jesus said, clothe the naked, and that's what the mission is of Good Shepherd, to help clothe people. And they aren't naked. Nobody comes in here without clothes on. But some of the people who come in here live on the streets, and we don't have a lot of sleeping bags, but they can have a sleeping bag, or some of them, and these are the ones that touch my heart. I can't give you a name, but the ones that touch my heart is people say, well, I've been living on the street for 2 years and I'm getting my first apartment now. There was one person who came in the other day, and he did a beautiful job picking out clothing that looked really nice together, and he was going for a job interview, and I thought, oh, that is what we want to do. We want people to be able to get ahead and come back to society and be functioning members of our society. People don't choose usually to be homeless. People have life circumstances that push them there. And there was a young man today who was trying to find some size 9 or 10 shoes, and looking, and he finally found a pair. And he says, I'm in ROTC and these black shoes are gonna work perfect. And he was so excited. And the shoes that he chose, if he were to go out and buy them, would probably have been $100, maybe a little more. And he got them for free. And that makes my heart feel good. And he doesn't have to, doesn't want to look less than the other kids in school. And there's a lot of horrible peer pressure that happens for kids in school. We only give out things that give out positive life messages, or neutral, no life message. And both of those are good, but we don't give out negative life messages here. Those are things we don't need. What it means for the organization, if just 600 people, which there's like 400, almost 500,000 people living in this area, and if just 600 of those 500,000, so a very tiny amount, would give just this bottle of wine or these 4 cups of coffee a month, not every day, a month, that would be enough money to do the things that Good Shepherd needs to stay open. We only have you, the one salaried employee, but we still have an electric bill, we still have a trash bill, we still have a phone bill. So we have these bills, and the bills are like $1,200 a month is what it keeps us to keep going and be afloat. And if just this 600 people gave this 1 bottle of wine a month, that would be enough to pay that entire $1,200. And I have told some other people about it, and I know of one other couple that gives $20 a month because I told them. When you think about it, if you were homeless, would you like someone to give you a sleeping bag? Would you like someone to find you a pair of socks or underwear that you want to wear? I think the answer is yes. And for just this $20, you're doing a part of that. You're helping people to have their needs met. And this isn't a government agency. This agency doesn't get any of its funding through the government. At one time we were writing some grants, so there was some money that came through grants, but it wasn't the government saying, okay, Good Shepherd, this is what you're going to do, and you have to do it this way, and you have to have signs up here, and you have to have this, and you have to have this. We're not under all of those government restrictions, but we pay a price for not being under them because we don't have some of the funding. But I think this is a good way to go, and I think we should continue. I think it's a working model, and I think it's working. Being a part of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet is doing the will of God, and for me. And if you will pray about what are you supposed to do, maybe you'll hear if you should be involved in this organization, either as a volunteer or one of the 600, or maybe you want to give $100 a month. Pray about what God would have you do. I think that's where everything starts and stops, talking to God. And if you are doing what God tells you, you're doing the right thing. God bless you all.
Hey, thank you, Jim. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good one.
Thank you for watching this video today. We really appreciate it. If you don't know about our event, it's coming up on October 21st, and we are going to be doing a raffle, silent auction. We're trying to bring out the community so we can move the mission forwards here. So come on in. I'd love to give you a tour. I'll be doing some live music. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have a great time. Just like Jim shared, he's joined on the mission that we're here, the 600 to 20. So how do you do this? How do you set it up? Well, you head over to our website, gsccreno.org/give. Then you head over and click the monthly donation button. After you click that button, type in 20. Then you'll be transferred over to PayPal. PayPal will ask for your information, and you set it up all there. It's safe, it's secure, and it's all tax deductible. We help 600 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one.